12. I want you guys to point it out with your pointer finger. Okay. I want to hear that word with me. That word is rotate. What's that word, everybody?
Rotate.
Okay, I didn't hear everybody. I need to hear you guys say that word with me. The word is rotate. What's that word, everybody?
Rotate.
Good. Rotate. I want to hear you say to the person next to you. What's that word, everybody?
Rotate.
Good. Now I want to hear you whisper. What's that word? Okay, now I want to hear you sound it out with me. Ready? Go. Rotate. Okay, so some dancers can rotate around on one foot.
I can do that.
Like that. Okay.
You twist like this.
That was awesome.
Well,
Twist.
yeah, if
I
it was,
can't do it.
I can do it.
I can almost do it on this floor, but okay. So some dancers can rotate on one foot. So rotate would be to churn with what kind of movement?
One.
What movement am I doing when I'm rotating? I'm going in what?
A spin.
Okay, a spin. So like kind of like a circular motion, right? Okay, so it would be to churn with a circular motion. Okay, so let's go ahead and write this down. So we're going to write churn in the first blank and then circular. Okay, so churn with circular movements. That's a rotation. So, I want you guys to think of an example of something that rotates. Okay,
It cannot be.
so something that rotates. And I want you, in 20 seconds, or in 10 seconds, we're going to tell the person next to us an example of something that rotates.
Okay.
Okay, so think of something that rotates, so turns in a circular movement. Okay, what's something that rotates? Tell the person next to you. Michaela, tell Jen, Alicia, Braden, tell each other.
Okay.
What's something that rotates, guys?
Okay.
Okay, clock for the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes around. Let's see, what
A
else?
back
There's stragglers.
What?
Those go around.
No.
So it's a back
The chair.
go like this.
That's been around.
Just go like
The
this.
earth. Okay, good. Alright,
Washing machine.
take your
So we go
headphone
back.
out.
Dryer.
Yeah, but really good example. Okay, so earth, clock. Okay, so I heard over here earth, clock. What are some other examples?
Earth, that's a good one.
What did you say?
Bathtub.
What?
A bathtub.
A what?
Do you know what that was?
A what?
A bathtub.
Bathtub?
I don't know what that is. What is it? It's a foot?
Flip.
A flip? Oh, a back?
Oh, backflip. Oh.
I'm like, a what?
I know. With everybody wearing masks, you can't see what like with our face. You know, it's hard to read what people are saying sometimes.
I said dryer.
A what? A dryer. Oh, backflip, dryer, clock, globe, world. What did you say, McKaylee?
I said like a wheel, like a tire.
Ooh, okay. So those are all really, really good examples, and I kind of like the fact that everyone came up with something that's like totally different from each other. Okay, so
There you go.
let's take a look at the example question here. So, Rigo, I don't want to have to hold on to that phone for you, but I will. Okay.
Put it away.
Find the example question with me. If it's not in your pocket, it is a threat to be taken by me or Jen. You have been warned. Okay. So, everybody find the example question. Okay. I want you guys to, when I pause, say the word out loud with me. So find the example question. Start with what is. Okay. Find with your pointer finger. I like that Alicia's ready to go. Thanks from Kaylee. Okay. I like that Rigo and Abraham. Appreciate you guys ready to go. Okay. So what is one example of an object that...
Rotate.
Good. Okay, thanks a ton for following along there. You guys are doing awesome this morning. Okay, we're almost done with the writing part here. We only got one more to do. So after this, so one object that rotates is, you guys all just said one. That's kind of why I asked you this before, so you can already think about this.
That rotates.
So one object that rotates is, and then just put your example that you guys said to me. So I heard the world, the clock, the backflip. Well, so you would say maybe something. Well, something that maybe, I guess it's something talking about object. So.
Yeah, let's find some, figure out something.
So that's, it can't be you. Okay. So.
How about not you, an object?
What's something that would do a cartwheel though?
What's an object that rotates?
Washing machine.
Yeah. You said a dryer, washing
Yeah.
machine, good one. Okay, I heard a wheel, car, wheel, bicycle.
Bicycle wheel, there's all kinds of different things.
Yeah,
to rotate.
so,
What do you think?
think if there's anything in there. The motor in my printer over there rotates the paper so it can come out of there.
Space T.
Okay, so just make sure you put your example, okay, and then have a period at the end. I'm just gonna come around and check, make sure you guys got a period here at the end of your sentence. Yeah, like that. Dryer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how you spell it. Tryer.
Alright. So, one object that rotates is,
Why?
boat.
I'm just going to say my
I don't
ball,
I don't want.
ball when it gets rolled
Boat.
downhill.
A boat?
The motor.
Oh, the motor rotates? Yeah.
Okay, so one object that rotates is a ball when it gets rolled down a hill.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so of course circular motion. Okay. I want you to go ahead and share with us the sentence that you wrote, please, Abraham. Okay, so the Earth is one object that rotates. Okay, so we've all kind of learned in science classes and things like that that the Earth moves in a circular motion, and whether that's straight up and down kind of depends on the season, right? So we're in winter right now, so we're a little bit away from the sun, so it just kind of depends. But the Earth rotates, but it's kind of up and down. Okay, so like we know, it goes in that circular motion. Okay, really great sentence, Abraham. Thanks a ton for sharing that with the class. Why don't you go ahead and share with us what you put, please, Alicia?
One object that rotates is a tire.
Good. So a tire is one object that rotates because we know that it goes in that circular motion when you're in a car or whatever, or on any vehicle that uses a tire to go forward or backwards. Okay. All right. And really think you're doing fabulous, Alicia. Appreciate you sharing that with the class. And then last one, Braden, share with us what you wrote, please.
One object that rotates is a dryer.
Okay, so a dryer is definitely an object that rotates because to dry your clothes, I have to spin them around. It puts hot air in there. It spins them around so it kind of like drops around and the air moves around in there just so they can get a little bit more dry quicker than just hanging them up. Okay, really great job, Braden. Thanks a ton for sharing that with us. Okay, let's take a look at the next word. The word is tackle. What's that word, everybody?
Tackle.
Okay, oh my goodness, I didn't hear everybody. I could hear Alicia and Braden and maybe a McKaylee whisper, but I need to hear everybody in the room. The word is tackle. What's that word, everybody?
Tackle.
Okay, I didn't hear you guys again. Let's say it one more time. The word tackle. What's that word?
Tackle.
Tackle, good. Now I want to hear you say it to the ground. Now I want to hear you sound that with me. Ready, go. Tackle. Was I the only one that sounded that out? Okay, we're sounding that out again.
My hands are like this.
Sounded that out again. Or you don't have to have your hands up. Okay, but you have to say the word. Okay, you might have counted out my syllables with your fingers, but I need you to say that word. Okay, the word tackle. What's that word, everybody? Tackle. Okay, good. So we can always find new ways to tackle a problem. Okay, so would this be like me actually tackling a person?
No.
Okay, so this is me just what? So if I'm going to tackle a problem, I'm going to
Get rid of it.
maybe not get rid of it, but I would say almost like.
Aggressively handle it?
Yeah, aggressively handle it.
All right, so okay, I didn't look at like what we had here. So okay, so if I'm going to tackle it, okay, we're going to try to deal with.
Deal with the person.
Not necessarily a person specifically. Okay, might be a what? Okay, I don't have to tackle a person. Okay, but yes, you would in football. Okay, but if I have to tackle a problem, it means it's trying to deal with a difficult
Thing, situation.
Oh, all right. Okay, what do you guys want to use? Problem or situation? What do you think?
Situation.
What do you guys think? Problem or situation? Problem. Okay, so try to deal with a difficult problem. Okay. So if we try to deal with a difficult problem, that is to tackle it. So when you get homework and you go home and you're like, your mom's like, you need to do your homework, and you're like, all right. Okay, so you go in your room, you pull out your homework out of your backpack, or pull out your Chromebook, I guess. That's pretty much all your homework is now on your Chromebook. So pull out my Chromebook, open Canvas, and I start working. And now I'm tackling the difficult problem, which was my homework, because before all I was doing was playing video games. Okay, in the zone, playing NBA, 2K, whatever, 2K.
2K.
Okay. All right. Everybody got their sentence written. Just gonna come around and check it. Okay. Make sure you got the period here at the end. Or sorry, not sentence yet. So difficult problem. PRO.
And this word? Is it?
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah. Sorry, we haven't heard the sentence
We're
yet.
not
No,
over
no.
yet.
Just the definition.
Yeah.
Just the definition. Just checking to make sure you guys got it. Sorry, I didn't hear period. Time out. Okay. Find the example sentence or question here. I'm going to read out loud. When I pause with bold word, I want you guys to say the word, so find it with me. What is one problem you had to tackle recently? Okay, so what's something recently you had to do that was difficult? Okay, so recently I had to tackle the problem of how to what?
What do you think?
How to tackle what? Okay, so example would be like how to study for 2 tests in the same week. Maybe your problem was you had to get prepared for your basketball game on the weekend. Okay, maybe you had to pick out the right hair dye, okay, for the dance
One,
next weekend.
Francisco.
Are you guys gonna get any dances this year? Have you guys heard? No dances?
No dances. They've been doing their own dances off campus.
People have been still?
Apparently last weekend was Mort.
Oh yeah, they all go in a small group.
And this year,
Yeah, I know some guys that go to Tinview High School and they're doing like a more thing at Sky Dance Club downtown with like 8 different high schools. Like
what do you, what? I'm confused.
I confuse it.
Draw for
I get it. Okay.
dance. D. A.
Okay, I'm gonna put up here. Recently, I had to tackle the problem of how to
And then class.
fix my flat tire.
No, C. L. A. S.
Or fix the flat tire.
Good job.
no, I think it's sweethearts on this.
You don't have any problems that you have to tackle? You have anything?
I think it's sweethearts.
Hey, you gotta make something up. So recently, I had to tackle the problem of how to fix the flat tire on my bike.
See, that's
Okay,
a
so I
problem.
had a flat tire. I had to fix it.
You could make something.
Okay, maybe you had to fix something small at your house. Okay, that you probably have to tackle on your
Tackle the
own.
dishes.
Maybe you have to tackle the dishes. You have to tackle taking out the garbage on your own.
Vacuuming.
Oh, some chores.
I do chores.
Good, yeah. You have to tackle chores sometimes. Okay, it can be really difficult. All you want to do is sleep in on Saturday.
Yep.
Your mom wakes you up at 9 a.m. and says, you better vacuum your room. Turn off the light, Mom. No. Okay. Alright. Then we got our sentence written.
Wait, what's
Except for the 2 taking a nap.
Nasty.
We should have some cots in here with blankies.
We should get some. We need a little coffee maker back there. You can drop a pot in. Just mini cups. for him.
You just need to fall asleep.
Want it.
All right. Okay. I want you guys, a couple people, to share out the sentence that I wrote with us. Why don't you go ahead and share this what you wrote, please, McKaylee?
Recently I had to tackle the problem of doing dishes.
No.
Of how to do the dishes. So we're like, I'm not sure, but it's a problem because I don't do them that often. Mom's making me hand wash them this time because the electricity's out. Okay, that might be a problem for you. Okay, usually all you do is just throw the dishes in the dishwasher. Right now you're gonna like scrub them. That. Okay. Really great sentence, McKaylee. And why don't you go ahead and share with us what you wrote, please, Abraham? Alright, good. So how to fix a flat tire on my bike. What's another type of vehicle that would have a flat tire that you could fix? A car, good, yeah. So really good example. So that would definitely be a problem. You got a flat tire, okay, it's a problem. How many of you ever had a flat tire been in a car with a flat tire or had a flat tire on your bike?
Many times.
A million times, a bunch of times. So yeah, it can be a problem for sure. So if you're riding a bike, obviously you get a flat tire, you'll walk it now. If you're driving a car, pull over, change the tire. Yeah, that could be a little suspect,
Nerve-wracking.
depending on where it happens and when it happens. So last year, actually, I was with my brother, and he got a flat tire on the freeway. And it just happened that like a cop was like right behind us. And we pulled over, and he pulled up right behind us, and he got out, and it was freezing outside, like so cold. And he gets out and he changed the tire for us.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes you get lucky, I guess.
Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes they just drive right past you.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to do the reading here on pages 212 and 213. Okay, we're going to be thinking about the key idea question though as we read. Okay, and the key idea question is, how did the British solve the problem of moving fuel? Okay, remember fuel's like gas. How did they move it from England to France? How did they move the gas or the fuel from England to France? Okay, so we just need to think about that as we read. Okay, so top of page 212 here. So remember, we're talking about solutions or problems they had, like in terms of invading Normandy, France, and then the solutions that were coming up with these like innovative solutions. Okay, so the top of page 212, starting with problem. Okay, I need you guys following along through pointer finger. We're just gonna read through this. I'm gonna read through the whole thing. When I pause, I want you guys saying the words. So starting up here with problem. Okay, so everybody follow along through pointer finger, like Alicia and Braden are ready to go with their pointer finger. Appreciate you getting ready to go over there, McKaylee. Abraham, let's get that pointer finger so you know where we're at. There we go, you're the man. Okay. Remember, when I pause, say the word. Problem. The Germans buried thousands of deadly landmines all over the beaches. What's that word, everybody?
Beaches.
Beaches, good. So what are landmines? Tell me, what are landmines? What does that mean? They're bombs. Okay, where?
Under the ground.
Under the ground, good. So landmines, okay. So think about you go to the beach and there's bombs buried everywhere. Okay, so that's scary. Step somewhere and it explode. Okay, so the solution. Paragraph 10. Make mine exploding tanks. The fall or crab tank was outfitted in front with steel chains, good, that rotated on a cylinder. These chains would slap the ground a few feet in front of the tank and harmlessly explode any landmines before the vehicle rolled over them. Okay, so if you guys look at the picture on your book, okay, which I'll pull up here. So, alright, so it's got this big chain on the front of it. It's like whipping the ground, goes out. I'm assuming that whatever material the tank was made out of was strong enough to withstand kind of the bomb explosion to some extent. So obviously just going around doing that, I don't know, hard to say if that's the best how long that would take, and you can only go so many places with the tank. So, okay, next one, next problem. Right below that, paragraph 11. Okay, so problem. German soldiers and their large. Okay, point your fingers on there. Point your fingers. Okay, so German soldiers and their large guns,
Great.
good,
Where
were
we at?
positioned in fortified bunkers.
Let me hear you when you read.
Okay, so yeah, remember, you guys need to be following along here. Just saying the word, right? Pause. So, they're positioned in fortified bunkers. So remember, bunkers are kind of these like cement buildings built into the ground that protect you. Okay, they got a little thing you can look out of, shoot out of. Okay, so the solution to that: outfit tanks with flamethrowers. Woo! Okay, the crocodile tank could shoot a deadly stream of fire, good, 80 to 120 yards from its gun. It towed a trailer with 400 gallons of fuel, enough for 80 bursts of flame at 1 second each. Okay? So, you know, this tank, it's not shooting bullets, it's shooting big freaking flames. Think about you're out on the football field in the end zone. It's going from one end of the field to the other, just.
Look at this.
That's a little crazy, right? Oh my
A little
goodness.
excessive, huh?
That's a little crazy. Okay.
Blowing up.
Okay, next page. Next page over.
Good job.
Alright. So next page over, top paragraph. So, an underwater Pluto. Okay. So lastly, everyone know where we're at? Lastly, the British tackle. What's up, right, man?
Top of the next page.
Top of the next page. Top of the next page. First bold word. So right here, so tackled. Okay, so lastly, the British tackled the problem of fueling the Allies' tanks, trucks, jeeps, good, and ambulances. To move gasoline from England to France, the British designed, manufactured, and laid a series of fuel, good, pipelines across the English Channel. Okay, so let's go ahead and underline that.
Okay.
Okay, so
You with us?
okay, so underline that. So remember, this is part of my Q&A question. So I was asking how'd they get the gas there. So to move gas from England to France, the British designed, manufactured, and laid a series of fuel pipelines across the English Channel.
You start over here.
Okay, so let's underline that sentence. Okay, so this is gonna help us answer the question. Okay, so what's a channel? What does that mean?
To the
What's a channel? Is that on land or is that water?
That's on land. Water.
Okay, so it's water. So the English Channel is the part of the ocean. Okay, thank you. That is between England or the United Kingdom and France. Okay, or Europe, if you will. Okay, so the English Channel, it's only like I don't know how many miles. It's less than 50, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember how many.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay, but yeah, it's the English Channel. Okay, so it went across the English Channel. Okay, so we're gonna hear a little bit more about that.
Are we
Hey,
still on this?
last sentence in this paragraph. The project was called Pipeline Under the Ocean, or Pluto. Okay, so pipeline went under the ocean, which I'm interested to hear more about that. Okay, next paragraph, paragraph 14. We got 2 more paragraphs to read here before we answer our key idea question. Okay, I want to see those pointed fingers, so we're ready to say the word when I pause. Paragraph 14. Long sections of specially designed 3-inch thick lead pipe were made secretly in southeastern England. The sections were welded together, wrapped in the holds of ships, good, okay, or wound around huge floating cylinders and uncoiled along the bottom of the channel. Okay, so basically, wound around. Okay, so they're basically just hooked to these big cylinders, okay, and then they take them to the bottom of the channel. Okay, so it's just going along the bottom of there. So in all, last paragraph, in all, 17 Pluto pipelines totaling 780 miles were laid between England and France. Good. They pumped more than 150 million gallons of fuel to the Allies. Remember that word? What's that word, everybody?
Allies.
Allies. Okay, remember that's like Americans and things like that. Okay, so key idea question. You did an awesome job reading out loud with me. So let's answer this question now. So, how did the British solve the problem of moving fuel from England to France? What did they do?
What they do?
They took
They put what they put? What they put under the ocean?
pipe.
Pipe.
Lines.
Pipelines. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that for our key idea question. Key idea answer here. So.
Pipe.
Okay, so how did the British solve the problem of moving fuel from England to France? We're going to say they solved the problem by laying pipes under the ocean.
Yes. Or pipe.
We'll just say
What are
they.
pipelines?
Uh-huh.
They're big, huge tubes that they put underneath the ocean to move stuff through it.
Like food.
No.
Gas?
Oh. Oh.
Fuel pipelines.
Yeah, so they solved the problem by laying pipes under the ocean. Okay. So they put the pipes under the ocean. They're really big pipes. The picture looked like they're really big. Okay, so
Okay.
the pipes were wrapped around floating cylinders. As the cylinders unwound, the pipe settled at the bottom of the English Channel. I don't know if I fully understand what that means, but
Ocean. What did it say? What did you say?
so just that picture under there that shows the cylinders. I'm trying to like comprehend kind of what's going on there with the pipes are wrapped around floating cylinders, and then
Yeah, those are massive. That's
as the
pipeline.
cylinders unwound, I don't know. I'm trying to imagine what that looks like.
That is the guy who's on the boat right here.
Yeah.
See if I can find a video of it.
Look how big that
I
is.
missed this.
And these are there's string. Ooh, there's string. I can see it now.
Let's see, let me look real
One of the miracles of Allied supply, the English Channel pipeline, can now be revealed. Long lengths of flexible steel pipe carried part of the 1 million gallons of gas delivered daily from the Isle of Wight to the French coast. The original idea was conceived by British engineers, who also utilized lead piping somewhat similar to a submarine telegraph cable. 3 inches in diameter, the pipe was thoroughly insulated from sea action. Captured Nazi officers credited the undersea pipeline with being one of the main factors contributing to the downfall of the Wehrmacht. Following a test operation, cable ships began paying out the pipe soon after D-Day. Both lead and steel tubing, much of it made in America, were used to carry the vital fuel to our fighting front.
There it is,
The
right
pipe,
there.
wound on huge drums 30 feet in diameter,
See, that's
was
a huge
released while being towed across
And
the
the pipes
channel.
are wrapped
The
around.
Luftwaffe was missing on this occasion also, and the first line
See, they're
crossed in
unrolling
10
it.
hours.
So think of like a spool of string, like when you're sewing, you know,
Yeah,
and you're
see?
pulling the string off. That was the pipe. So there's kind of like on a roll there,
And that's a
and the pipe was going on the bottom of the ocean. So the
Yeah,
picture is kind of hard to tell.
that is, but that explains it.
Yeah, that explains it. So yeah, that's how they did it. So, everybody, once you get that sentence written, me and Jen are gonna check it off, make sure you have the whole thing written with a period there. Okay, and then you can go ahead and put your book away. Okay, we're gonna get our computers and we're going to get on read 180 to start. Okay, I'm going to actually do your guys' time readings. Brayden, I need you to do something else for me instead of read 180.